we? You were told.
Yeah, we just got done at the temple. There's some general disgruntlement, but we're gonna have a paladin, and Krager has declared that he's going to stick around and wait at the temple and make sure that the paladin with the sunblade actually shows up at the tower in the south ward.
All right.
So are we getting an actual paladin or just like an acolyte to carry the sword?
Probably just an acolyte.
Why
That's
are
what I
they
was
giving
trying to
that
open
sword
when
to?
it locked up on me.
Could be like a rent-a-paladin. I'm thinking like the mall cop of the Temple of Lathander.
That's hilarious. I make no
Yeah, it's gonna be
promises on keeping him alive when the shit hits the fan.
right. That's why you're not
Party
getting a
comes
paladin.
first.
An acolyte of Bane. That's who's going with you. No, I'm just messing with you.
An acolyte of pain.
Let me see. I got a dwarf acolyte. I'm seeing what's best. They're all about the same.
It could be Vermeer's ex. He's a paladin.
Yes.
All right.
Bad stories.
I got him on the combat tracker. So, you said Kragor's staying at the temple, right?
Yes, Kragor is he's going to make sure that the Castellaners don't do nothing stupid while we escort the Sunblade to where we need to go.
Krigor, do you have enough effects on you?
Say again?
Do you have enough effects?
You need to repair.
I am a Dwarven Ranger cleric. Sorry. With boots of fast walking.
Okay, did I put in a... Oh, spell cost. Here we go. Yeah, I did. Level 2 times 10. Spells. Consume materials times 2. I ain't gonna worry about that. Non-consume materials times 0.0, 0.1. Alright, so a spell of invisibility is going to be... Alright, I know how much it is. So where are you going to find that?
We figured we'd go to the yawning portal first, talk to all the people we need to talk to, pick up Maloon War Dragon, and then if we needed to, we could swing by the bookworm to get a scroll if that's what we've got left.
All right. So you head over to the yawning portal next, since it's on the way to the south ward.
Yes.
I'm waiting for this mask to open. Oh, don't do that to me. And then, did I show you? How do you spell his name? Maloon War Dragon. I know there's a picture of him. I gotta find it. So this is who you're looking for in the yawning portal.
That is
Maloon War Dragon.
not what I was expecting.
It says Maloon is a handsome, formidable warrior in his prime.
What a lie. What a lie.
I hope that's the description that we were given, so that when the barbarian and the dragonborn walk in and see the dude, we're like,
Yeah, so you come in to the yawning portal and you're looking around and you don't exactly see who you're looking for. So who are you gonna ask?
Do we see Floon or Rainier or Volo?
Floon is there.
We'll start there.
Floon says, "Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing?"
Oh, fabulous. We have a few questions for you.
You do? What questions are they?
Well, let's start with Maloon War Dragon.
Maloon? What do you need with him?
He's supposed to be meeting us here.
He usually sits at that back table over there. And he points back to a corner area. I haven't seen him today. And as you're talking to Floon, Rainier comes up. And he says, "Rain, Sid, Vermeer, how are you guys? How's the group?
Good.
I heard you had some excitement at your new manor the other night."
Turns out it was haunted.
That's creepy.
But I hit it with an axe.
Yeah, there was some axe happenings.
Some axes flying.
Axes cleaving.
Oh, and a gibbering mouther and trans-dimensional ectoplasm.
Those gibbering mouthers are ugly creatures. They scare me. Did you ever find the Stone of Galore? Under his breath so nobody hears.
It's a long story. We know what we need to know. And we're looking for Maloon War Dragon.
So you know where the vault is.
Well, one of us does.
Maloon. I saw Maloon a couple hours ago. He usually sits over there, and he points to the same table that Floon pointed to. I did happen to get some information on those Castellanters.
Ah, excellent. We'd like that.
It seems. Let me find the section. It seems that their oldest son has gone missing.
Yes, that was a rumor we heard as well.
Yeah, they fell on hard times. And then all of a sudden, when their son went missing, their fortunes turned. There's been rumors that they are probably following an evil lord. They think they've sold their souls.
Yes, we heard that rumor as well.
There's talk of a sacrifice of 90 souls on Founders Day. Apparently that's what they owe Asmodeus for their good fortunes. And a vast
terrible.
amount of gold needs to be paid too
We
at the same
must
time. If
we
they
must
don't,
prevent this injustice.
if they don't fulfill their side of the bargain, it seems that their other children will be taken too. But of course, this is all just rumor and speculation that we've heard through our connections.
Of course. So, Maloon, you saw him here?
Yes, he was here a few hours ago. He's probably wandering the bar somewhere. Maybe he went back. Maybe he went down to the Undermountain again. He likes to hang out in there a while. He could be up in his room.
I
I think his
suppose we
room's up on the second floor. Room 248.
Well, at least a few of us should go check his room before we do anything like peer to the under. Thoughts?
Sounds like a plan. Perhaps we can find something that will give us information that we don't already.
Is there anything else we want to ask these two about the situation?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we shouldn't be making our way to where we know this stuff is going to happen. Surely we can do something if we just put ourselves in between these people and the harm that is about to befall them.
What would you suggest?
Well, Vamir, don't you know where they're going?
Yes, to an old tower in the south ward.
Well, can't we just break in, kill all the bad guys, and save all the good guys?
The problem is that we don't have enough influence for that. It'd be a heck of a lot better to get all the gold first, and then everyone will be really happy that we have gold, because people tend to be really happy when you have a lot of money.
Well, good never waited for gold or for happiness.
Regardless, given who told us to wait or to collect Maloon before we went about our business, this is not an expected finding. So we should probably at least look into it briefly.
Right.
Do we want to ask Floon and Rainier to watch out? And if he arrives again, to stay at his table while we go up and check his room?
We might as well let them in on it.
I turn back to the two of them and ask them to keep an eye out and to approach Maloon and have him stay at his table until we return. In the meantime, I motion toward the upstairs. Should we say something to the bartender before we just go scuttling up there?
Sometimes I feel like Vale and I are talking to ourselves. Now
And then-
we might actually be talking to ourselves.
And then you realize you are.
Yeah. So good. Hi, Daddy.
Did you
Hi.
did you guys get any of that?
Repeat it, please.
The short version is she talked me out of doing something crazy, suggested that we go upstairs and make sure that people are watching the table until he comes back.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna go upstairs into a room, knowing our previous history with going into other people's places, I'll leave the.
Okay.
Okay.
So we go upstairs in an effort to find this person that apparently we have to find before we go do the right thing. His name is Maloon. We're looking for Maloon.
Which room did I
Remember
say it
that
was?
248. Remember the Blackstaff is the one who sent us to find him. He's one of her people. So if he's not where she expected him to be, something is afoot. Or he fell asleep. But he is to be expecting us, and given that it's been a 10-day.
So you go upstairs and you approach room 248. Let me see. Hold on. Who's going upstairs?
I will. Not to lead the group, but to be the me.
Sid goes upstairs because he's genuinely concerned about the well-being of Maloon, knowing that he's key to our path.
Do we want to maybe leave a couple of people downstairs
Sid,
just in case?
who is it? Sid and Vamir?
Daddy is going up first. Sid is then going up.
Okay, so
I will go up as well. But I usually
Gothic.
bring up the rear.
Sid, Gothic, Sid, Rain, and who else? Vamir?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Am I
could
right?
leave the two rogues downstairs to keep an eye on things. That's not a bad idea.
Alright.
And we can always holler if we need them. Oh
So
dear.
as you approach room
Hey,
248,
this can go well.
you
It
approach
can
room
also go poorly.
you approach room 248 in Gothic.
Holy crap.
That was perception that we rolled.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So you approach room 248 and Gothic, you can hear voices coming from behind the door.
How do the voices sound?
It sounds like a normal conversation going on. It's not arguing or fighting. It's more of a back and forth. As you approach closer, you could make out some of the things that are being said. You only hear one side of a conversation though. You hear a man say, I know. Yes, we will find you somebody. I promise. We got to make sure it's the right person.
Um,
I'm the
That's
only one hearing it.
fantastic.
I'm the only one hearing it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Well, even if I'm the first to notice it, then I go back to my friends and motion for them to be quiet so we can get closer to the door. So hopefully they'll be able to hear what I hear as well.
I play along.
All right, so you hear one side of a conversation, and you hear a man talking, and he's trying to convince somebody of something. It'll be all right in due time. We will find the rightful owner. We will find a worthy owner.
So at this point, I turn to Gothic. I don't think these are the same shadow people cultists we've been fighting. They just don't sound like them.
They do not sound insidious. Perhaps we should knock on the door for it.
And you hear, before you knock on the door, you hear the person say, I know things have changed, and I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Yeah, they don't sound like cultists to me. So yeah, let's knock. We could do the knock and announce and dawn if you want, or we could belay the dawn part.
I would suggest that if anything sounds even remotely sketchy, you put your shoulder into the door, or maybe the ram.
So I walk up to the door and say, "Hello. We are here.
Did you knock on
We
the door
think
and say that?
yeah, we think we're the right people."
Oh boy.
So
Hi there, we've been eavesdropping.
this guy
Yeah.
comes to the door, and he opens the door, and you see it's Meloon. And he says, "Excuse me."
Okay, I'm gonna need a rescue from one of my friends.
Maloon?
Yes, my name is Meloon. And you are?
Bladebiter, Gothic, Sid, Vamir.
Yes. Vajra told me you would be coming.
We have arrived.
She
We
said you
are
had
the
a,
right people.
she said you had a mission for me.
We do have a mission. Is it safe to
Hold
speak
on a second.
here, or
Oh, Sid.
you know what? Hold on.
Oh, I forgot. My shield is giving me advantage on these checks. This is great.
Yeah, I needed to reapply the proficiency after that stupid what's it spat on me.
Okay, so all right. Yeah, all three of you noticed as Meloon opens the door wider. There's nobody in the room but him. He says, "Please, I'll meet you downstairs. Order some drinks and we can discuss."
You have a coin that you talk to as well?
Pardon me?
Well,
He,
I here, and I show him my coin that whispers to me all the time and tells me all the secrets of the universe. I heard you talking to people, and I don't see anybody. So do you have a coin that talks to you too?
I wasn't talking to anyone.
I am so confused.
he'll be all right. We'll get him a drink downstairs. Uh, shall we plant ourselves at your usual table?
Yes, let me put on some boots and I'll be down in a minute.
Very well.
I give Bladebiter a knowing look as we turn around to go down.
I return it.
What about me? Do I get a knowing look?
No, I've got my giant dragon hand on your shoulder and I'm patting you on the shoulder and I say, why don't we go find something for you to consume what has the name Dawn in it?
No, seriously. I don't think that he has a coin that he's talking to.
I don't think he does either.
Okay. It's just like I'm confused by this because my coin never has that good of conversations with me.
As we're headed downstairs, I suggest to Bladebiter that perhaps we be straightforward with our question about him talking, but with tact.
I agree. Let him come down, collect himself, sit down. We'll get him an ale or a mead or a something.
I was being straightforward, guys.
But
I
with
do have a
tact.
coin that talks to me.
We know you have a coin that talks to you. It's just
Except for it's just that you're you and it's a coin that talks to you.
right.
I really don't get your point.
Let's get you a Dawn Ale.
So we order a round of drinks, sit down at his table, motion for the rogues to join us.
So Maloon comes downstairs, and he joins you at the table. And he looks around. He says, "So, what is this mission? What has Vajra gotten me into now?"
Before we begin, our excitable friend here was not alone in noticing that there was voices in your room. You don't have to tell us if you don't want to. We would prefer it if you at least didn't lie to us.
Or if
I
there's
was-
something we can help you with.
I
Tell
was,
us.
I was speaking to no one. Maybe you overheard me talking to myself. But obviously
Well,
there was no one in my room.
the world is a wondrous place. Physicality doesn't always matter, but that's fine. We can move on. Do I notice anything about his response when we asked him or talked to him?
Give me an insight.
Do you want from me
I'll
too?
push it to you. Hold on. So
I would like
Rain,
to use insight as well because I was upstairs with him.
And
Vamir,
Vermeer was too.
Sid. Hold on.
Sid ain't nothing but a pile of insights.
Insight.
Because of your coin?
Well, I mean, look, I talk to the coin all the time.
It was not pushed to me.
Who? Great Gothic. Okay.
Excitable friend.
Is
That
it
i-
untrue?
No, it's
That is what you.
kind of still wish I was my barbarian some days. To make
So
things
Gothic,
so much...
you're looking at him, and he's kind of puzzling to you from what he was saying. But it's true there was nobody in the room. But it's like he's trying to hide something. But you also get the impression that what he was saying could have been just somebody talking to himself.
I'll leave it be for now. I'll just have a conversation with my friends after.
All right. So he asks you, what has Vajra gotten him into now? What kind of mission are we on?
We've found the vault under the city,
What vault?
where a
The
large
vault?
amount of the city's gold has been hidden post embezzlement.
You're
She
talking
is
about
sending
the Never Ember Gold,
Yes,
the Horde of Dragons.
correct.
That's been a myth.
What was once myth is now real.
We know where it is. as do some nobles and other followers of an evil lord. And we need to beat them to it so that the gold goes back to the city instead of into the hands of some evil worshippers.
So where is this vault?
I look at Vimir.
An old tower in the south ward, about 3 stories tall with an attached shed.
And we're just to walk into this old tower and find this horde of dragons? I mean, don't you think somebody would have found it by now if it was that easy?
Things that are hidden are not meant to be found.
I like that Gavak, as an aside, is like a very straight shooting, short sentence philosopher.
Well, it's because my wisdom score is like my only good brain score.
I know, right? Mine
Um,
too.
I'm not so good at the intellect thinky, and I'm like a 6 out of 10 on the charisma, because my charisma's a 12. I'm not an uggo, but you don't kick me out of bed for eating Cheerios.
So there's a tower in the southern ward.
Vimir had a vision. We understand how to get into the vault. We have, in theory, 2 of the 3 things that we need. We need to acquire either a potion or a scroll of invisibility, because it requires such a thing. Or an invisible creature, apparently, would do as well.
Where do you plan on acquiring a scroll of invisibility? Those things are pretty expensive, you know.
We
If
will
you
do
can
what
find one.
we will do what we must. There is a dragonborn in the ward in which our tavern exists who could potentially write the scroll for us. I also would suggest that we ask our good friends Floon and Rainier if they have any potential leads on where to acquire one. Do we know if Schemo Weird Bottle ended up in prison, as an aside, for those of you that joined the, what do you guys call it, the Doom Raiders?
The Zentarum.
Yeah, them.
The most of the Davil and those guys have been. Maloon tells you Davil and the other Zentarum. Most of them have been let out of prison by now. They couldn't find any charges to pin on them. They
Fancy
wanted to
that.
blame the fireball at Troll Skull Alley on them, but there was no physical evidence. As a matter of fact, some of their own were killed in the blast.
Correct.
So they're looking more at the Xanathar. So, you motion for Floon and Rainier to come over,
Yes.
and they both of them come and join you at the table, and Floon says, it's good to be sitting with friends again.
Why do we not send him to talk with the Dawn Screamer all the time? He seems jolly,
Floon would have a great time with the Dawn Screamer.
right? Right?
Floon
So
says,
the only problem with that is that role play would end up taking the whole night, and then we
yeah.
wouldn't play the game.
Floon says, Floon says, oh, I love the dawn. Every morning I wake up with a new woman.
I wonder if their buttholes are shiny too.
Floon says, after I'm done with them, they are.
Wow.
You guys know any place we might be able to find a potion or a scroll of invisibility? Maybe.
You ever seen Scales blush?
I think maybe Kaz and Oscar could probably ask um, Davil if Weird Bottle has anything like that or a potion.
All right.
But are you gonna tell? Well, Maloon um, asks um, Rainier if he knows of the old tower in the southern ward, and Rainier tells him, "Yes, the old tower in the southern ward. My father used to own that tower. I believe it was recently sold."
2.
I believe the new purchaser's name is let me find it. Esvelda? Yes, the old tower was formerly owned by a wizard, and it was recently bought by Esvel Razanar, a young noblewoman. So the tower was owned by an old wizard, and Rainier's father purchased the tower, and then just recently Esvel Razanar purchased it. And the Waterdavians would know the name Rosnar. They're nobles. Let me give
Spell
you a
it
little
for me.
background. Let me give you a little background on them. Here we go. Esvel Rosnar, a brash young noble. Blah, blah, blah. She likes to gossip about a mythical character named the Black Viper, who was a notorious burglar and pickpocket, a mugger and assassin who died a century ago after a long and nefarious career. Esvel Rosner is a brash young noble, and like many other nobles, Esvel gossips about the Black Viper's exploits to lend credence to the villain's mystique. The Rosner family was convicted of slave trading, which is highly illegal in Waterdeep, and banished over 100 years ago. But the family has since returned. The Rosners' inability to regain the respect they feel they deserve rankles them. The slave trade has continued in and elsewhere, and it's not like other noble houses don't have skeletons in their closets. But just because of a little family squabble that went public, the Rosner's name has been said with a sneer for a century. As part of the family's constant effort to prove this conception wrong and win others' respect, Esvel has been brought up to be the most proper noble possible, partaking in lessons of etiquette, dance, and poise as benefits someone of her station. In her younger days, Esvel openly rebelled, but that behavior led to locked doors at night and house guards watching her every move during the day. Trying to read some more stuff that you're not supposed to know.
Preposterous. I'm supposed to know everything.
Yeah, that's what you know about the Rosners. I guess you spoke.
Spell the surname for me, please.
Esvel, Esvele, Rosner, Rosznar.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so she's a young, up and coming noble, very proper, and she gossips a lot about the Black Viper. The Black Viper's like her hero. So Rainier tells you that she recently purchased the old tower. And Rainier looks at you and he's inquisitive as to why you're inquiring about the old place.
Does he inquire about our inquiry?
What's that?
Does he inquire about our inquiring?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, he's what do you need to know about the old tower?
We found where your father left all of his embezzled money.
Vamir, the gloves have come off. Vamir has had it with this shit.
The vault, the
Yeah.
vault of dragons. The money is in the old tower.
Yeah, and buddy,
I
we're
used-
we're not even mad about that. We're just mad that a bunch of shadow worshipping devil Asmodeus worshippers are gonna get it instead of the forces of good.
Well, now that's just a rumor. We don't know for sure.
It's
But
not a
I'm gonna
rumor.
tell
They
you,
tried to kill us.
I used to play in that tower as a child, and there's nowhere to hide that kind of gold in that tower. I promise you.
It's
I've been
under
all
the
through that
tower.
tower as a child.
Well, there are these magic rocks.
You going through the tower as a child makes no difference to what's happening right now.
I've seen the rooms that the Blackstaff has. They change every time I look at them.
The Blackstaff is a mighty wizard. The old tower
Maybe.
is an old tower that used to be owned by an old wizard. A very, very old wizard.
What is your point?
There's nothing special about that tower. Nothing I can remember.
That's not really for you to decide. We have a purpose and a task.
Okay, if you say so. I just think you're barking up a dead end, barking up a wrong tree, or
Well, that's the place the Stone of Galore said the vault was.
you're looking for the dawn at dusk.
Don't taunt the Dawn Screamer, please.
All right, so is Kaz and Oscar gonna go talk to Davil?
Oscar certainly can, and actually got that can too because he joined them as well.
Yeah, Kaz disconnected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she took off for the night.
She had to go.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, her legs bothering her.
Oh, all right. So Oscar and Gothak, you go upstairs to Davil, where Davil usually sits at his table, where he usually holds court, and you see him conversing with a few people. And as you come up to the top of the stairs, a couple big burly half orcs step in your way, kind of blocking, so you can't get through.
I look down on them because I am much taller, and I ask if we can please pass.
I'll let Davil know you're here. One of them turns around and walks over to the table and taps Davil on the shoulder. And you see Davil kind of give him the one finger, and the guy walks back. Davil said he'll talk to you in a minute when he's done with his business.
Very well.
So Davil finishes talking to this person. This person gets up and walks away, and as he walks by you, he kind of gives you this glare as he walks past you and down the stairs.
I give him the grin of the dawn as he walks by.
We're not up there.
No.
Well, I still would give him the grin of the dawn if I had the opportunity to.
That's true.
Okay.
We're gonna gold plate his teeth so his teeth will be like the dawn.
Right?
Oh God.
I'm still really disappointed he doesn't have a
Yeah.
Dawn tattoo
Tattoo on his head and
head.
gold-plated teeth. That would be fantastic.
He should get. He
I
should
know a
get
shop.
the.
I know a
Yeah,
shop
I'm
down
sure.
in the dock wards that'll give you an eyeball tattoo.
He no. He should get a glow in the dark, the same sundial from the Godsmack album, right around his butthole. Just ring that in with the dawn.
You just nearly owed me a new keyboard.
That is
I'll
a
get you
disturbing
one
sight.
from 1995 that's available at Camp Mabry in a desk.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, those desks here.
So when Davil's done, he motions to the orcs and the half orcs, and they let Gothak and Kaz and Oscar come on over to the table. And he says, Oscar, Gothak, Kaz, how have you been?
Times have been troubling, but we're still trying to continue.
Tell me about it. I spent a 10-day in a fucking hole.
Our incarceration was not so bad, but we were very nearly put to much.
Well, I understand that you guys kind of destroyed some property. Me, on the other hand, I didn't do shit.
No, you certainly didn't. At least not this time around. Eh?
That's right. What can I help you with?
We need to figure out how to obtain or how to purchase either a potion or scroll of invisibility.
Weird Bottle might be able to help you with that. I'm not sure. I don't know if he has any or not. Did you deliver those potions that he had the other day?
We did, surviving an ambush as well.
An ambush? Who ambushed you?
Beasts. Although two of them were capable of weird mind things, none of them were speaking.
The fucking Xanathar's Guild. Did they come from the sewers?
They did.
Were they mind flayers?
There were bugbears, which I recognized from the mountains. There were also smaller lizard-like creatures, pointy noses.
Yes, bugbears. They had to have been from the fucking Xanathar Guild. They're known to employ bugbears and goblins, them filthy beasts.
The two smaller ones, I could feel them trying to poke around my head. They were unsuccessful.
That's definitely Xanathar. That one-eyed bastard. He hires all kind of wretched animals.
Lately, we've been caught up in tracking down what we believe to be devil worshippers in the city. They are well connected. We also believe they are after some resources that will make them more powerful. To try to get there first and return those resources to the city, one of the things we will need will be that scroll or potion. I am told that a willing or docile invisible creature would also suffice.
Return resources to the city. What are you talking about?
There is a vault that was thought lost or myth that apparently contains stolen taxes from beyond our lifetime for the city.
Are you talking about the Lord Neverember rumors?
I believe so. I find it difficult to remember the names of city folk. They don't flow the same way as clan names.
So the rumors are that Neverember embezzled money from the city and hid it somewhere in Waterdeep.
We believe we found the location, but the vault has I believe the word is wardings,
I think
and we
that's
are
what
trying to
this,
figure out how to get.
that's what Xanathar's after. I think he sent some goons to kill some Zentarum.
There's a lot of players in this game. That's why we're trying to be the ones that get to it first.
So what do you plan on doing with the money? What are you
I
doing with the
believe,
dragons?
well, if the dragons are real, that is an entirely different story. The money and the stolen treasure would go back to the city, where it should be. Hopefully also helping us to root out those that are trying to take the city down from.
You know, for a cut, I can help you out. It doesn't all have to go back to the city.
That is not a decision I can make on my own. My clan works together.
Think about it.
I will.
Who's, it's been so long, who's going to know the real amount that was stolen? You should take some for yourself before you turn over the rest to the city. Maybe a 50-50 split.
The deities I follow would never allow it. It's a code I live by. But I will take your offer into consideration and talk to the rest of my team.
Very well. I'll tell Weird Bottle, whatever the fuck his name is, that you're coming.
That is most appreciated.
Maybe he'll cut you a deal. So as Velda got the potions, correct? You delivered those, right?
We did. They were safe. She checked them.
Good. I'll talk to you later.
Be safe and be well.
Remember what I said. There's no shame.
I nod to him as I turn to take my leave.
All right. So you head back downstairs, join your table. Floon is still talking about the ladies he's been sleeping with. The noble ladies who pay him to keep them company. All the fun stories he has of the beautiful dawns.
Man,
Dragonborn's eyes
that's a
have
gig.
glazed over.
Man, that's a gig I gotta get. That sounds like a great.
Floon's a looker, man. He's a playboy. He's the playboy of Waterdeep.
Eyebrow waggle.
I see them coming back from upstairs and motion to Gothak.
And I head towards the table.
So Maloon looks around. He says, "So what's our plan? What are we doing? How are we doing it?"
He will help us to try to procure a scroll or potion of invisibility. He has also offered to help us. However, his offer to help comes at the cost of a cut of what we find. I would not do that, but I told him I could not make that decision on my own.
We can't offer what's not ours.
I would tend to agree.
It would fly
Oscar?
in the face of the entirety of the code that a Dragonborn lives by.
I haven't heard Oscar chime in.
I'd pay him out of my own pocket.
Oscar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are your thoughts?
Actually, I think I dozed off for a second there.
We were asking. I don't know how much you dozed off for, but he was asking what your thoughts on whether we should try to get help, as at the cost of a cut of what we find, or not. And the rest of us, for the most part, were agreeing that that what we're hunting isn't ours to give.
True.
Yeah,
So a cut.
If it to be a cut, it would be a cut of any reward we would get, not the treasure itself.
Yeah,
That's
That
Davil,
what
would be
that's what I would.
scary.
you and Gothak went to talk to Davil Starsong, and
I
and
heard
he
that part.
yeah he tried to get you guys to. He said, you know, there's no telling how much money's down there, and if you pocket a little bit of it for yourself before you give the rest back to the city, who's to know the wiser? Who's the wiser to know, or whatever?
I'm not morally against the idea as a whole, but I feel that it's just not the honorable thing.
I agree. I have no moral objection to it either. I have a practical objection to it.
All right, so the group's in agreement that they're not gonna cut Davil in on a cut before it goes to the city.
Yeah, I mean, counter offer. I'll give him whatever's in my pockets.
Perhaps someone with
I don't
that is
think you'd be able to
more.
get close enough to Davil.
I wonder if there's anyone amongst us more convincing than I that could convince them that maybe his reward could be favors or good favor owed to him from the city, which is something he's probably in poor supply of right.
I look at Maloon and I say, how do you feel about that as a member of the Greyhounds?
I'd rather not trust any Zentarum on a mission. There's no telling what they would do. I know Davil, I know him well, but some of his men, they can turn on you in a minute.
Well, we've not asked for help. Perhaps as a way to ensure his, let's say, trustworthiness in the future, we can relay that he assisted us in finding the potion or scroll. It'll give him some goodwill, but we don't have to take him with us.
I find that acceptable.
Maloon looks around. He says, if he can help us get a potion, maybe. But that's probably about all.
Out of character, I can't remember the name of the guy he said, but
Schemo Weird Bottle. And
Schemo,
Maloon-
that's right.
Yeah, we've met
Maloon
him
says,
before.
That's Schemo.
We have, I just don't remember the name. Davil said that he will talk to Schemo, and that Schemo should be expecting us to come. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he will be able to help us. We may not be able to cut a deal, but we could perhaps offer him the same token of goodwill in exchange for cost.
Guys, the bookworm sells an invisibility scroll for 75 gold pieces. Let's just go there.
Maloon looks at you and he says, that guy Weird Bottle. He's been known to sell somebody a healing potion that will kill.
To the bookworm.
Did you talk about anything else upstairs?
Mostly, it was about our intent, and also that he spent a 10-day in the hole.
More than a 10-day.
Yes, more than a 10-day. For once,
Out
when
of-
he had actually not done something.
Out of character, did he not drop the first name of the individual who owns the tower we're about to trot to as the person who got the potions we carried on that mission we did for him?
Booyah.
Did I miss that?
Pretty sure he said Esvel got the potions, right? True, DM, or nah?
Yes, he did.
Ah!
And the
Oh, yeah,
answer
that
is
thing.
yes.
Oh yeah, that thing.
You remember
totally
the
missed that.
The mysterious lady in the purple hooded robe?
Mm,
Yeah, who we delivered the potions to.
Do you remember the mysterious lady in
yep.
Avi and Imbre's shop buying a rapier?
Yep.
This mysterious lady's been following you around.
So
I only have an intelligence score of 8, guys.
I've been dropping hints at her throughout the game.
Dude, I can't remember what I did yesterday. I've slept since then.
well, yeah, and there was that creepy lady floating through floors and shit.
There's also like alcohol and beer residue and like weed in my head because I haven't had to go to work. So that's causing some memory issues too.
You're like potions, man.
Yeah, I
So-
don't know anything.
Maloon is going to ask you what time you want him to meet you at the old tower. What time are we doing this? Do you have a
We're con-
time?
We're convening this afternoon around 2 o'clock.
1400 hours, correct?
Sold.
Yeah,
Let's
1400 hours.
synchronize our watches. Ready? Go.
Can you
Good
synchronize a
time.
Can you synchronize a wristwatch sundial?
Synchronize sundials. On my mark. Go.
I am
So
amused.
So
we either
Maloon,
need
go ahead. Maloon gets up from the table and he heads back upstairs. He says, I need to take a nap before this mission. I'll see you at 2 o'clock.
We'll see you then.
I watch him go, and I turn back to the group and say, "Okay, are we going to the bookworm, or are we going to see Weird Bob?"
Let's go to Bookworm first. There's enough time to hit both if we don't dawdle.
Fair enough. Okay, we're gonna head there then.
All right, I had to add Maloon to the combat tracker. All right, hold on. Something was open. Oh. Hold on. 0. That fixed it. All right, I added Maloon to the combat tracker and made him green and visible. So you
Fabulous.
can see him. He's your friend. And then you had an acolyte too, right?
Yes.
We picked him up already?
Nah,
he's
we're
with-
meeting him there.
Yeah, he's with Cragor.
Look for TPM then. All right, got it.
And the only other thing we gotta do is go get the scroll.
All right, so you're heading to what the hell's her name?
I think it's a he, isn't it?
No, I think I kept saying he, and it's really a she.
Ah,
No, that's not it. Vacant. That's the Steam and Steel. Daisy. What is it? Okay, so this is the east.
Rashal?
Yeah, it's Rashal. West. This is what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find the story entry. Bookworm's Treasures, right?
That sounds correct.
Yep,
Yeah.
Rochelle the page turner. It's W10 on this map.
Okie day.
All right. Let me do this. How do you spell that name? It's R-A.
I don't know for sure.
R-A. It's gotta be R-A-S-H. Nope, that's not it.
Maybe R-E.
R-E-S-H. Nope. Let me look for it. I know it's in the water deep. WDH Troll Skull Alley Chapter 2. Bent Nail, Kyger's Eye Bookworm. Here we go. Shopkeeper, Rochelle Page Turner. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Spells for sale. Comprehend languages. Arcane lock. Continual flame. Comprehend languages. Detect magic. Featherfall. Find familiar. Mage armor. Magic missile. Shield. Unseen servant. Arcane lock. Continual flame. Dark vision. Invisibility. 75 gold pieces. Magic weapon. Misty step. Rope. Trick. Suggestion. Clairvoyance. Counterspell. Dispel magic. Fireball. Fly. Non-detection, water breathing, arcane eye, fabricate, greater invisibility, ice storm, locate creature, polymorph, Bigby's hand, cone of cold, and modify memory are the spells she has for sale.
Did I hear invisibility as well as greater invisibility?
You did.
Yes.
We'll
The
pick the
shop
second one.
contains books of all sorts. In addition, Rochelle has a smaller collection of spell books and allows wizards to copy spells from them at the cost listed in the spells for sale table. She can scribe any of these spells as a spell scroll, but the cost is twice the listed cost. So an invisibility spell would be scroll would be 150 gold pieces, and greater invisibility would be 600 gold pieces for a scroll.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that. I thought it was that much for the scroll and then twice as much to copy.
No. It's that much to copy. The spell book allows a wizard to copy spells from them at the cost listed in the spells for sale table. Rochelle, it is a he. I kept calling her a she, but it's a he. He can scribe any of the spells as a spell scroll, but charges twice the listed cost for this service.
That doesn't seem like a solid business policy. You're
May not.
giving someone unlimited access to the spell for half as much.
Only if they have the skill to do
Right,
so.
to copy
Like a
it.
wizard can, but we don't have any wizard.
Yeah. So for you to buy a scroll would be twice the cost. Because
Right.
she's got
So
to spend the
150,
time to.
whatever.
Yeah.
He.
So for invisibility is 150 gold pieces.
Which
And
I believe we should be able to do.
to cast the scroll, house rules, spell cost, house rules, scroll casting. If you look in the notes section, there's a house rule for scroll casting. If the spell is on the character's class spell list and it is a level they can cast it with no problems. If the spell is on the character's class spell list but is a higher level than they can cast, they can attempt to cast it by making an arcane or religion check corresponding to the type of spell it is versus a DC 10 plus the spell's level. If the character is not a spellcaster, they can attempt to cast a spell from the scroll with an arcane or religion check versus the DC 10 plus the spell's level with disadvantage. If the check fails, the spell fails, and they must make a scroll mishap check as per the variant rules of the DM guide. DC 10 intelligence save. On a failed save, they roll on the mishap table of the DM guide. If the character is a spellcaster but the spell is not on their class spell list, which is I'm assuming somebody in your group would do, they can attempt to cast a spell by making an arcane or religion check versus a DC 10 plus the spell's level. If the check fails, the spell fails, and they must make a scroll mishap check as per the variant rule, blah blah blah.
Invisibility is on both the warlock and the sorcerer spell list.
Okay, so
But the
on
level's a
both.
problem still.
Vimir's
Yeah, but
level
it's
3
a higher. Yeah, it's a
cast a
higher
level
chance.
2 spell. He has level 2 spell slots. He can cast it. No problem.
Who
Vimir.
has? Oh, Vermeer. Vermeer. It's. Well, you can just learn it, can't you?
No.
Oh.
I mean, yes.
So,
How?
Why can you
Well-
not?
Yeah, you can't change spells when you make a long rest. You
No.
wouldn't be able to do it today, but if you spent the night, you could probably cast it.
I mean,
Is
if
it-
you
When do you
If
get
you
to
want a
change out
house rule-
spells? No, when do you get to change out spells?
when I
you
level up.
Oh, when you level. Okay, yeah, no. I'm not going to change that.
Okay, well, I mean,
Aw,
this still
but I
works.
have
So
a
he
book
can
of
still-
secrets.
So if the spell is on the character's class spell list and it's a level that they can cast it with no problems. So if it's a level that you can cast it. You can just read it off the scroll and
So-
you got no problems. Just as if you knew it.
so
That's house rule number 1.
policy check then per the vision that Vimir had. In the vision, the dwarf was the one casting. But then you said that any invisible creature could do it. So will it work if Vimir casts it?
I believe the key is you need an invisible creature. If you had an invisible mouse, I think it counts. Let me go back and look at it.
Okay. Confirm that, because then we just buy the scroll, Vimir casts it on something or other, and we're good.
Yeah, for the key for an invisible creature, all it says is any creature under the effects of an invisibility spell counts as the key, as
Okay.
do naturally invisible creatures. So yeah, if you got a mouse in a cage and you cast invisibility on the mouse, that's your key.
I wonder
Cast
if
it
our
on
friendly
yourself.
leftover ghost in the tavern could be persuaded to go with us.
I don't know, are ghosts invisible? I guess they are,
Yeah.
aren't they?
The one that's been in our tavern, like that first floor, certainly is.
Definitely
never-
not
No,
visible.
but the key it doesn't count as the key.
Right,
The
because
key has to be under the effects of an invisibility spell.
Said or a
If a
naturally
ghost-
invisible
No,
creature.
it says-
A ghost
yeah,
is naturally
You're right.
invisible.
It does say, as do naturally invisible creatures. Yes, so it would count as a key, because he's naturally invisible. It's up to you. What
Well,
do you
let's-
want to do?
we have the funds. We may as well get the scroll.
Yeah, it's
I'll just send
probably
an expense report to the Black Staff.
Yeah,
That sounds-
exactly.
that sounds
we
legit.
Wait, an expense report? What the shit?
You just triggered him with those
I
words.
don't like expense reports.
I mean, granted, I've never filled one out in real life, but this is a fantasy, right?
How have you never filled one
He's just
out?
pouring.
What
Now
the fuck?
he's pouring more Johnny Walker. Look what you've done. God. Yeah. Okay. So I
Never coming to my happy
tap
hours.
Vimir on the shoulder and hand him 75 gold from me. So I'm gonna take 75 gold out of my inventory.
Oh wow, I don't have 75 gold.
I did. I just
So
handed
there's-
it.
Let me put.
Or
So
I have-
Vermeer, I'm going to put an action tab. You get items. I'm going to put invisibility under your items. I'm going to put a scroll.
I assume
It's on
We'll
your
just-
actions tab now.
we'll just cobble together the gold, hand it to Vamir, and then he takes the scroll.
Take 150 off your inventory.
How
Do you have
much?
enough? Because I can help.
I have
Yeah.
65 gold pieces.
I have 64.
Plus my 75.
Actually, I've got 84. I forgot I've got platinum here. So yeah, I'll just take it completely off mine.
So did you give her the 150?
I gave him the 150.
All right. I put it on your action tab. You have a scroll of invisibility is under your items, so once you use it, we'll delete it off of there. What next, gentlemen and ladies?
To the tower?
Onward.
Okay, you make your way over to the southern ward, as Waterdavians know it's called, not the south ward. I was told that you would be corrected if you called it the south ward, not the southern ward.
Screw 'em.
So Sid and Vamir would be correcting you if you said the south ward. They would tell you it's the southern ward. And you arrive outside the old tower. And let me push you a map as soon as I get it uncovered. Uh-oh, I got the blue circle. Hopefully it's just working on uncovering this mask.
Balloon.
All right.
Jesus, he has a lot of hit points.
Yeah, I want
Who,
those hit
Maloon?
points to go with that scruffy demeanor when I grow up.
Where's Maloon? How many hit points does he have?
220.
20.
Oh, that's not many.
Our entire party put together, and he's still bigger than us.
That's
Yeah.
like the Bone Claw. The Bone Claw had something like that. You
I don't
guys
want to
took care
talk
of
about the
him.
bone claw.
As a human.
I swing very, very hard.
Yeah, I
So,
did too that time for change.
you
Is this it?
arrive
This is it.
outside the old tower. And I think everybody's there. You got Maloon, you got the Acolyte.
We're well rested.
Everybody's fully rested. You Sid,
Just got no
Vamir,
map.
Oscar, Kaz. You don't have the map yet?
I've got
It's just gray
tokens
squares.
on gray squares. Yeah.
It's trying very hard.
All right, go ahead and while it's loading up, take a break. I gotta go get some water anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, I want pizza.
Right?
I had leftover pizza.
We DoorDash some barbecue. It had to be done.
Okay, I'm back. Hopefully everybody got the map.
Nope, still gray.
Still gray. Did you zoom out?
I can see all of our tokens.
But it's still gray.
Rolling in and out. I'm still just got gray grid. Is it all masked off by some chance?
No, the most of it should be unmasked.
Still just seeing tokens.
Close it out and resend it.
Yeah, try that. I would. Oh god, I yoted.
Let me try to send it. I don't want to do this. Hold on. You would think if it was mostly unmasked, it'd be easier to push.
Sid's back.
Did everybody close that one that was trying to come through?
I did.
Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let me try to push this one again.
I have a little stripe of something that just showed up on it.
Oh, really?
Same. A single stripe.
I have a little stripe of yellow to the right of the.
Oh, you know what's going on? It's
No.
unmasked on mine, but it's not unmasked on yours. Let me go. Okay, so let me do this. I think, yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think that's what's going on.
Actually, the grid's gone too.
Alright, hold on.
Nice smooth gray now.
Is the bottom portion unmasked now?
Yes.
Okay, that's what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Part
as
of
soon
the
as,
spiral split staircase.
yeah, now you should see the top portion where your tokens are in a few seconds. Alright, so it was not
Yes.
unmasking until after you shared it. After I see on mine it was already unmasked when I shared it, but when you guys got it the mask was still on it, so I just re-unmasked the area that's supposed to be unmasked. So now you see the ground floor, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm out of mask mode. Alright, so let me close this. Encounter change, old tower. So let me give you the basic features and descriptions. So the tower was constructed by a half-forgotten Waterdavian mage hundreds of years ago. It has the following features. All doors are unlocked. The rooms have 15-foot high ceilings with 7-foot high doorways connecting them. The tower is brightly lit by continual flame spells cast on all the wall sconces. The outer door has a tiny peephole. That's what you can see from the outside. The outer door has a tiny peephole with a closed iron shutter on the inside. Rotting tap. Well, I'll read the other part when you get inside. But that's what you see. The outer door is a tiny peephole with closed iron shutter on the outside.
I'm gonna try to open the door, and then if not, I'm just gonna break it. I'm kind of done waiting.
Says they're already unlocked.
Oh, okay. Well, let's let ourselves inside.
But the outside door is locked. It's shut.
So smashy, smashy.
And in theory, someone does live here. We could try knocking.
Nope, screw them.
Yeah,
Okay.
or we do have
Barbarians going.
rogues. I mean, we could have somebody unlock the door.
Sure.
This
Let
is a
them try their.
mysterious purple lady's place, you know? We don't need to bust in on her.
Fine.
So who's approaching the door?
I nudge Gothak and move him sort of with me and knock on the door.
Okay, I follow her and we knock.
So you knock on the door and the peephole slides open. Whoosh! Who goes there? State your business. Are you going to speak or just stand there?
We need to speak with Lady Rosner, please.
Lady Rosner? Hold on, I'll check. Whoosh! Closes the little peephole.
So, Acolyte, is this your first great adventure?
No.
Do you want to let me
I
hold
didn't
the
know this
sword?
was a great adventure. I was just told to carry this sword for you.
Well, you see, back when I was an Acolyte, we didn't take the sword out very often. So pretty much every time was a great adventure. Isn't that right, Vamir?
And you probably walked to school uphill in the snow both ways too, right?
Well, it doesn't snow very often here.
Whoosh! Little peephole comes back open. Lady Rosner will see you. And you hear the doors creaking open. He opens up the doors.
I'll lead the way inside.
I motion to the others to go in, and per usual, I'll bring up the rear.
Tokens are unlocked. As you go inside, you see 3 other guards. Three other guards standing in the first room there. And when you get inside, you see rotting tapestries adorn the walls, and mud and dirt have accumulated on the floor. You can tell that this place hasn't been kept, and it's, it's as described. It's a very old, worn down tower. Lady Rosner's on the other side in the main room. She's in a meeting right now. So the guard comes through the door, goes to talk to Lady Rosner, who's inside. And she's talking to 3 commoners. And you know what? Let me see. I gotta see if I can find something else. ESV. ROC. I don't have a token for Lady Rosner, so I'm going to put Trellin Rosner on here. And make that person visible. That's Lady Rosner, the T. It says Trellin. That's her brother. In disguise.
She's pulling a Mrs. Doubtfire.
So the hold on a second. The guards are wearing the livery of the House Rosner, and they're just hanging out and standing guard. So she tells the guard to let you guys come in. So if you want to move into the main area. When you enter this room, you see a stone spiral stairs that curl up into the tower, and then some more stairs that go down into the cellar. Set into the west walls a fireplace blackened with soot. A burned heap that used to be a padded leather chair lies near the fireplace. And that's all that's in this area. And you see Esvelda talking to these three commoners, and they don't look like nobles. They're not squatters either. They got some money. They're just not nobles. And Esvelda says, welcome. How can I help you?
Who's taking point? I'm not a great talker.
Vimir.
Don't all speak
Vimir
at
is
once now.
always-
Let me
Yeah,
introduce you. Let me
This is
introduce you
definitely
to my
Vimir.
guests. So she motions you, and she points out, this is Simbra Vashir. She's with the Carpenters, Roofers, and Plasterers Guild. I'm speaking to them about fixing up this old tower that I just purchased. Pint Umtrowel is a female rock gnome. Oh, Simbra was a female Kalashite human. And Pint Umtrow is a female rock gnome. And she's with the Cellarers and Plumbers Guild. She's going to be getting the plumbing fixed up in here. And Jarbokin Frostbeard is a male shield dwarf of the Guild of Stonecutters, Masons, Potters, and Tile Makers.
So at this point, I look around very puzzled, and I say something to the effect of, and I've been thinking about this for about 3 seconds because that's how long Sid says. You guys all seem like really reputable business people. Like we just did this with our bar. Have you guys been down to our bar yet at all?
We've heard of it. It's the haunted Troll Skull Manor, correct?
Yes. Did your guilds help us with that? I mean, it would be so cool if you're helping fix up this tower, and you helped fix up our bar and manor house. That'd be so neat. Did your guilds help with that?
You hired the guild, right?
What?
Jarbroken
Of course we did.
Jarbroken says,
All
but
guild work.
I hope you hired the guilds. If you didn't hire the guilds, then You would have been doing something illegal.
Right. So what I'm wondering is, since you're doing such good work here, and you did such good work for us, maybe we could like take a look around and see what good work is happening here. We're so excited to see such good work as we had in Troll Skull Manor.
Well,
We just want.
Jarbrogan, the shield dwarf, the stonecutter, speaks up. We haven't really started doing any work here. This is our first meeting with Esvelda. We haven't signed any contracts yet. There's no work that's been done. I don't know what you want to see.
Maybe we could look in the places where the doors are and see if there's any suggestions that we can make. Based on the good work that was done at Troll Skull Manor.
Are
We're
you a
here to
stonecutter?
inspect.
Are you a mason? What do you know? What do you know about tile making and cutting stone and laying bricks?
Looks best at the dawn. We're here to inspect the tapestries.
All these tapestries. The female Kalashite speaks up. She says, all these tapestries must go. They're all ruined. We'll bring in all new decorations.
Well, have you seen my friend the Acolyte here? He's a Scottish lord.
He just looks like a priest to me.
Yeah, wait until you see his sword.
So as Velda, she tells the three that they can continue their business tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, and she'll speak to them further. So she shows them the way out, or she shows them over to the door, and the guards show them the way out. Come back again tomorrow. We'll speak again. So they all leave. So as Velda comes to you and says, "How can I help you?"
We believe that something critical to the security of the city may be in this tower and has been here since before you purchased it. We are here to see if we can retrieve said thing, locate said thing, for the security of the city.
On behalf of the Black Staff. Might as well name drop.
Yep.
I like the tapestries.
So you're here for what reason?
I look at the mayor.
Do I have to roleplay this?
Blasted. We need to inspect the tower for a passageway.
A passageway? A passageway to where?
In the name of the Greyhands, let us step aside. Let us do our work, and then everything.
I'm sorry. The Greyhands have no authority in my house. But you're looking for. What exactly are you here for? Just spill the beans.
It's confidential.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Show her the Greyhand token, and step aside, ma'am, and let us do our work.
Like I said, this is my private property. They have no authority in here.
Out of character, the Greyhands are literally a law enforcement agency, right?
No. They're not.
What are they?
More like official mercenary or muscle for the law enforcement.
Right.
Yeah. And they don't, I mean, just because they're part of the Greyhound, they can't just walk into somebody's place and take over.
Oh, we were invited in. It's all ours now.
You know what? Let's just Go back to the mountains and let the city fucking burn.
That would
I will-
make Gothak so happy.
Right.
Yeah,
mean,
I'll do
I mean,
anything
if-
to protect my temple, though.
I may be able to
I-
help you if you tell me what you're here for.
This isn't her residence, correct?
It is.
It's
She owns
her,
this
yes,
tower.
she bought the
She
tower.
bought it, but it hasn't been renovated yet. She's not living here.
It's hers, nonetheless. She could
That's
live here as a rat hole if she wanted.
I'm just saying, there's quite a bit different legal status of your domicile versus a building you own.
It's not public property. It's private.
Oh, there's that. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a warehouse. Police can inspect it. If it's your house, they have to have a warrant. But anyway, let's.
If you tell me what you're here for,
Fine. We're here
But-
because there might be some stolen or rather embezzled property on the premises that predates your ownership. We just want to do the right thing. It's also a great deal of danger because there's cultists involved, and my goodness, there's demons and shadows and darkness.
well, I do know a few secrets about this tower. There's a reason I purchased it.
Well, we're likely not interested in those secrets or those reasons that you purchased the tower. In fact, we don't want to take anything from you that is yours.
And surely you won't. I'll make sure of that.
We sure won't.
How do you feel about Asmodeus, Lady Ros?
Vile.
Yeah, well, that's the right answer.
Followers of that particular dark pseudo deity will potentially be descending on your new home to take what it is we are here to remove. If they acquire this thing, they will have the ability to control leadership of this city and potentially lay ruin to a great deal of people, never mind the order of things. And given that folks in Waterdeep tend to appear to like their civilized order, we need to retrieve this before those people get here. We know they are likely coming.
Well, they can come all they want. We have plenty of guards to defend our house. But I
Not enough.
am interested in what you're speaking about. You see, I've learned about Lord Neverember's friendship with the tower's previous owner. That's why I purchased this place. And I found an entrance beneath the tower.
How far beneath the tower?
In the cellar. Would you like me to show you?
I look at the mirror.
Yes, please.
Follow me.
You say that you purchased the tower based on an interest in Neverember's friendship with the wizard who used to own the place.
That's correct.
What about that story intrigued you?
Hold on a second.
Right.
Should be getting another part of the map uncovering in a minute. I'm moving everybody over to the new map. To the new map. Or not the new map, the other part of the map.
was gonna say we're going through the whole. Oh, yep, there it is. I had to zoom out. Well, this doesn't look ominous at all.
Stack us up properly for combat, just in case.
Yep,
So
I'll
she
be
takes
leading
you-
the way.
She
Shield.
takes you down in the cellar.
Apparently, they play poker.
So let me describe this room. Go back to the right thing here. Ground level, upper level, cellar. This room contains the following features. A small circular wooden table is surrounded by 4 stools made from empty barrels. A marked deck of playing cards is scattered atop the table with a few stray cards lying on the floor. 3 crates are stacked against the south wall. Set into the north wall is a sturdy oak door with iron fittings and a built-in lock. So she tells you, beyond that door lies the secret to the tower. I'm willing to let you adventure in there, but I have to be rewarded. This is, after all, my place. So if you give me a cut of whatever is in there, be my guest.
This is not treasure. Everything that we're looking for belongs to the city.
Oh yeah, I know what's in there. If what's in there is what I think is in there, there's plenty of gold for everyone.
If
And I
what's
do
in there
agree,
is in
the
there,
city,
it's the city.
it should go back to the city. I agree, but if you are rewarded for returning the gold, I need to be rewarded as well.
Take that up with the black staff. We can step aside and let the Castellanters and their demons raid your tower and then clean up the mess afterwards. Or you can let us in there and do our jobs. That's your choice. And if you want rewarded, that's up to the black staff. I'm sure that impeding our business is not going to look favorably on your reputation as a noble.
My terms.
Sometimes it's fun being murder hobos.
Alternately.
Yeah, I'm feeling that urge rise in me the more we play.
Yeah, right.
Waterdeep is a terrible place.
Right? Like as a you as a Goliath, and me as a Dragonborn, and I can, the Water Davians have to be like, what the actual hell is happening?
So, friend, I'm not going to allow you to grift us on this one. And
I'm not
I'm
asking for anything but a cut of the reward. That's all I'm asking.
Are you willing? Are you willing to help?
Yes.
And
That's
by
my
help,
offer.
and by help, I mean,
what do you think that your help here is worth? What do you think you letting us into this basement that we're standing outside of is worth to do lawful purpose?
A fair share. A fair
share
share
of
of the
what?
reward.
you understand that we have been guaranteed no reward.
We're doing this because it's the right thing.
Why are we being such hard asses here? Just
Oh,
tell
I'm
her
sure if
we'll put a good word in for her, and if there's a reward, she'll be mentioned. And
We're kinda
we don't have control over it.
I'm sure if
we've-
you find the lost treasure, the dragon hoard, and you return it to the city, I'm sure Miss Silverhand will reward you handsomely. And I want a cut of that.
You can just ask for the reward from Silverhand yourself.
Yep, we'll help.
If your efforts are worthy of reward, she'll reward you.
Or you can all leave I can get the treasure for myself, and I can get the whole reward for myself.
Yep, let's
I
do
will
that. Let's
eventually
go to
figure
that
out how to get
magistrate
into
who
there.
arrested us and get a warrant.
Yeah. All right. Let's go get that warrant.
All right.
I'll stand watch outside their door till you return.
I don't think the black staff is going to provide a warrant.
They've not been exactly the most forthcoming when we're trying to deal with other nobles.
Well, you see, this is a noble, and I read those penalties for interfering with them. We just got out of jail.
So you're saying that we're at risk of getting thrown in jail for irking her.
Yeah.
Does she realize who we are?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's more like who she is. She's like an honest to goodness noble, right?
No. I mean, does she realize that we're the ones that assisted her previously?
Oh yeah. She's been following you around.
Yeah.
Which is,
She knows
once
exactly who you are.
again, why are we being such a hard ass with her? We've been blabbing what we're doing to anybody else we wanted to get help from. Why don't we just tell her? Why don't we just level with her and say, hey, if there's a reward, you're in, and
We've only
move
been
on.
telling people who are already involved.
We just waltzed up and told Maloon the whole story.
Yeah, because it was sent by the black staff.
I don't know. I'm in favor of just doing our best to give her a cut of the reward, if there is one, so that we can just continue on.
We can't promise anything more, but to mention her to the people when we turn this over. That's
Yeah.
all
Sure.
we can.
Okay.
Do we have a deal?
Absolutely. We have a deal.
Good. I think you guys just saved yourself a lot of trouble. So she goes over to the door, and you see her take out like some thieves' tools. She doesn't have a key. She doesn't use a key. She starts picking the lock on the door.
Oh, now that's just funny.
I watched that with a little bit of amusement. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so she picks the lock on the door like a pro too. I mean, no problems. And she points out to Oscar the I disabled the magic trap a while ago when I first came down here. And she shows you the triggers for the magic trap. Don't worry, I've already disabled everything. And she leads you into the room, and you go into the room, and on the floor you see like one of them portal circles. And it's a small room. And she says, the vault is that way. And she points.
I'll lead the way inside and see what happens.
And she tells you that she's been to the door, but the door won't open. You need some kind of magical keys or something. It's all
Yeah,
written
she
in
should stay
Dwarvish, and I
outside.
can't read Dwarvish.
Let's kindly advise her to go get a drink at a different bar or something like that. We've got to take care of this ourselves.
She doesn't seem like the type to listen to that.
Well, I'd like to get rid of her.
Ooh, there might be an opportunity inside the vault. Sorry. Inner murder hobo came.
She
Is
tells
she
you,
human?
She tells you, you can go ahead and go in. I'll be back a little later.
By the
And
way,
she
is
goes
this
off
the gal?
upstairs.
Is this the gal that we delivered the mind reading potions?
Yes.
Lovely. Okay.
All right. Down we go.
Yeah, down we go.
Keys, ho, and then
We
down
have-
we go.
We have them,
We've got the
thankfully.
keys.
And we have a dwarf that can read.
And should we make the down we go the next time we play? Now that we're here, we are at the precipice, we have all the keys. Because I'm assuming that the down we go is a longer type of event.
Who just snuck in behind us there?
So somebody comes in from behind you,
Oh, okay.
and she says, "This lady says, hold on a minute." It's like talking in a raspy voice. Esvelda sent me to help you. And she's dressed. Hold on, let me find it. All right, this woman that shows up behind you, she's got like a mask over her eyes. Dressed in black, she's got a black cloak on, and she's carrying a very shiny rapier. A rapier you've seen before.
Yeah, she was in that. We ran into her when she was in that shop.
And Sid and Vamir would recognize the person as the Black Viper.
Oh crap, we can't fuck with this person.
So she comes down and it's obvious. I mean, this is like Bruce Wayne type shit. It's obvious who she is.
Yeah.
But she says, Esvelda sent me to help you.
This person's notorious.
Yes, I'm the Black Viper. Follow me. I've been here before.
You become a little less impressive saying she's the Black Viper.
I'm the Black Viper. I'm Batman.
I knew that was coming.
Right.
So she goes into the room, and who's in here? Kraegor,
Gothak.
Oscar, and Gothak.
I mean, we're all going in there.
This lady could do anything, though. Like, who knows what she's up to?
Hold on a second. Let me go to the next one. Nope, that's not it. Boop, 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 boop. Old Tower. So when you go through them doors, arcane ruins are inscribed in a circle on the floor of this otherwise empty chamber. The circle is a permanent teleportation circle, and that's what it is. So I know there's a DC check in here. Let me find it. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me do this. Let me push a check for everybody. It is a perception. Everybody give me one. Yeah, one dice is still spinning. Oh, just
I wonder
fell
who
one,
that is.
Fell one short. That was Rain's dice spinning forever.
Of course.
And she fell one short of the DC.
I don't know why I bothered to roll.
Gothak,
Yes, sir.
where you're at,
Damn it.
You can feel like a breeze coming from the north wall.
Like, does it feel a breeze coming from nowhere, or does it feel like the breeze coming through a crack in the wall?
Through a crack.
Oh, the breeze is coming
Secret
through a
door.
crack.
And the black viper walks over to the wall, and she looks at you and she says, "You know it's here, don't you?"
I can feel a breeze coming from this wall.
Yeah, that
The breeze
teleportation
coming
circle.
from this crack.
That teleportation circle is, it's a fake. And she opens up the wall. And the wall slides open. And let me find the next thing.
Thank God I've got that shield.
I even have proficiency in that shit, and I can't roll one.
Well, now
So
I
the
get
sec-
advantage.
Well, I mean, you tried.
I'm surprised Cragor didn't find it because this door was crafted by skilled dwarf engineers. But it required a successful
Oh, so we probably
DC
should have.
20 DC 20 perception check to locate.
So should he have gotten advantage on that or?
I feel like he should have.
Eh,
Oh well, it's
perception. You
inconsequential.
don't get advantage on perception just because you're a dwarf. Beyond it lies a dusty staircase that descends 90 feet to a 20-foot wide corridor. The hall extends another 90 feet to the vault doors. So let me see if I can link Vault of Dragons. Ooh, you don't want that image yet.
Literally a
So
dragon.
Yeah, that's what it was. Beyond it lies a dusty staircase that descends 90 feet. So you go 90 feet down a staircase to a 20-foot wide corridor. And then the hall extends another 90 feet to the vault doors. To one side of the vault doors, there's a natural fissure in the wall. It once served as a Grick's lair, and there's a dead Grick that lies on the floor. And the Black Viper says, I killed that bastard and left its corpse on the floor. So let me now find.
Gricks are pretty cool looking, actually. They're like tremors.
Yeah, they're ugly bastards. Hold on a second. Let me get a new map. That didn't work. Now I'm getting a memory error again. This damn map. Neither one of them are working. I've got two maps ready for this. Neither one of them are coming up. Getting a image invalid file. Campaigns. Group A, images. Might have to reload this and pull this map up. Everybody's gonna get booted. Let me do this.
Okay, day.
Alright, it's back up. Try to log on.
Connecting.
I'm in.
Oscar's in too.
Mission 1. There it is.
I'm coming.
Of course, Kaz, but
Right.
Yeah, Kaz ain't come. I'm cleaning up the combat tracker. Hold on. Well, let me push this map. It might take a minute. And it should be all black, so just scroll all the way to the bottom. I haven't unveiled any of the mask yet.
Yeah, I've got.
I actually have a loading symbol on this one.
Same.
Let me know when it's up. It's probably going to be all black.
But it has no features whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't even have tokens on yet. Matter of fact, let me do that now.
I see tokens now.
Yay for tokens.
Well, I had tokens. I don't know where they went.
I just moved them.
It's hard to tell what your progress is on scrolling when there's everything the same.
Now I'm unveiling part of this map, so you should be able to see it now. You see it at the bottom?
Yes, very much so.
All right. Vault of Dragons.
Which side on the bottom, left or right?
It's more on the left, I think. Yeah, it's left center. Just left of the center.
I accidentally closed it.
Double click on your little portrait up there in the upper left hand corner. It should bring back up the map, whatever map you're on.
In my character portrait up on the top left.
Yeah.
Nope.
Did it bring it back?
Nope.
No. Single click on your portrait and open up your character sheet, and then click on the token that's in the upper right hand corner of the main page. That brings it back. You got to click on the token. If not, I'll push it again.
Coming up now.
Okay. Yeah, I see your character pop back on there.
I think it wasn't there before, or I would have found this.
Alright, so you get to the Vault of Dragons. And before you, everybody got the map now?
I do.
Check.
Okay, so you got it, Oscar?
Yep.
Before you stands a 20-foot high, 20-foot wide stone corridor, and it ends before an adamantine double door bearing dwarvish runes. The doors have neither handles nor hinges. The writing on them reads... Let me put it what it reads. And the Black Viper says, I can't read Dwarvish. I don't know what it says.
Sucks to be you. And what's her name?
I'm
The
the
Black-
Black Viper.
No. Her real name.
Maybe
The Black
let's
Viper.
play along.
I am legendary. Black Viper.
Pretty
As
notorious. yeah.
Zelda, yes.
Yes, I know
Zelda
Zelda.
buying
She's my
that.
friend.
Didn't you see as Zelda buying that rapier?
Yeah.
That's what I
She was
thought.
buying it for
Yeah.
me for my birthday.
I
Get some
point
more
to the
superhero complex here. Okay.
Aliquoit. Bring forth the blade.
City Acolyte walks up. Where's Cregor? Let me zoom in here. Cregor, you're on the second line. So I assumed you walked up towards the door, right? Why
Yeah,
don't you
my
go ahead and
token's
move your
locked, or
token?
I would move.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
They're locked?
Yeah.
Unlock tokens.
Acolyte,
Now,
this
now
is where
move
the
it.
great adventure starts.
Can you move it now? There you go.
Yes. I think that's
So
me.
the The acolyte comes up and he stands behind you, and nothing happens.
Of course
draw
not.
draw the blade and bring out some sunlight.
So he draws the blade out of the scabbard, and it gets real bright and sunshiny.
Good deal. Good deal. And I've got the jug, so I've got the booze.
All right, the dwarven ale. What do you have to do with that? Cask of dwarven ale. Cask of dwarven ale is easily obtained by market. Blah blah blah. 20% chance that the character is by a knockoff brand made by dwarves. Any dwarf character can tell genuine dwarven ale from fake stuff simply by having a taste. So you've got the
It
cask
must.
of dwarven
I
ale.
I don't have a cask of dwarven ale. I have the alchemy jug. Dwarven ale.
All right.
It must be poured out such that it sinks into the stone according to Vamir's vision.
Does it?
So what Vamir wrote is he sees a set of giant rune carved doors deep beneath the surface of the city. A beam of sunlight strikes the center of the doors, so we've got the sunlight coming from the sword, and a dwarf pours out dwarven ale that sinks into the stone. The dwarf then turns invisible and the doors grind open.
Okay. So you're pouring out the cask of ale in front of the door. Nothing happens.
I turn around and I look at Vamir. Hit me, baby.
I cast invisibility with the spell scroll on the dwarf.
Okay. Go ahead and open up your actions tab and put it on him.
Oh, I can read Dwarvish.
You can. What's it say?
Well, didn't Martin Krager Forge
Okay.
Priest already know us?
So Vamir starts reading off this scroll, blah 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 blah, and
The 3 keys bring them forth. What's the fourth?
yeah, Krager turns
Jokes.
invisible, and nothing happens.
That's 2 keys.
I think it's 3.
Why you keep
Invisible,
shrinking
we
yourself?
got daylight.
We got dwarven ale poured on the ground.
Well, do we get some on the door?
No,
you know
it
what?
didn't say on the door.
Give me the
Um,
sword. And I take the sword from the acolyte.
Actually,
Maybe
no.
I've got to hold all.
Yeah, because it says everything has to be within 5 feet, but I guess the sunlight would be shining, so the doors start sliding open.
Ah, we did it.
I was thinking the acolyte probably had to step forward, but he didn't because sunshine, the shine would have went to 5 feet.
The alternate way of
And
doing this
the
was
light
to
was the
put
key.
a whole bunch of mirrors and reflect it all the way down this from the surface.
Yeah,
So
no one
they
wants
don't
that.
need to be standing by
Yeah.
the door.
I gotta go back to mask mode.
So, Krager, how do you like that dawn blade? Isn't it good to feel the power of the dawn in your hands?
I don't. I have the power of Morden in me. I don't need a blade.
They're
So
pocket doors. Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Just
All right.
assume the doors aren't there, and
Yeah, the doors part, sliding back into the walls when the 3 correct keys are brought to within 5 feet of them. They remain open. Doors can be forced open. Doors can't be forced open. Okay. We go to the entrance foyer. This vast chamber has the following features. 3 age. You go in. I'm just gonna open up a pretty big section of this. So from where you're standing, let that mask open. 3 age-worn columns support a crumbling stone bridge 60 feet overhead. Does anybody have a light source? Somebody said that
The
somebody's
sword.
got. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the sword.
With the
Oh wait a minute.
sunlight,
No,
yeah.
the
No,
acolyte
I
is
at the
not going
begin
in.
at the beginning of the night, I said I used the 10 days that we were doing the thing to throw continual light on all of the
Right.
torches in Gothak's pack
Right.
in various
Uh,
colors.
I used
The
my dawn globe and affixed it to my belt.
the
By the way,
acolyte is going to
The
stay
drift globe can float.
outside.
you can affix it to an object and it'll remain with the object. Also, it's now called the dawn globe. Get it right, noob.
All right. So the acolyte's going to stay outside the door, outside the chamber. So what you see is 3 age-worn columns support a crumbling stone bridges 60 feet overhead, with the ceiling rising another 20 feet beyond that, so 80 feet to the ceiling, with a bridge about 60 feet across, or 60 feet high going across. Set in the alcoves are 12 sets of double doors made of iron. Each door is 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, and embossed with images of dwarf warriors in plate armor.
I am going to go inspect them and see if they are dwarves of myth or legend.
All right, hold on a second.
The acolyte's just like
Let me
chilling
unveil the
out
rest
there.
of this room. Yeah, he's staying outside.
And stone cunning should give me some kind of bonus for any kind of skill check, history or whatever.
All right.
I'm gonna venture just deeper in, trying to keep an eye out for anything.
So you're checking out, Craigor, you're over here. You're checking out these doors, and they're they're false doors. You can tell that they're not. There's nothing behind them but a brick wall.
Okay. And I'll follow Gothic up into the chamber.
All right. To your right, you see. You see another set of double doors. There's a set of double doors in each alcove.
I wonder if the treasure's behind one of the doors.
Door number 3.
Door number 5, maybe.
What did it
Go.
look like in your vision?
The space between the first door and the actual treasure was a little blur.
Most of the vision was the outside main door and the keys, right?
Yeah.
How long does that invisibility stay on Kregor?
As long as I'm concentrating, up to 1 hour, unless he
Okay.
attacks.
Okay. So you guys don't see Kregor.
He's invisible.
We
Yeah,
hear
he's
him though.
invisible.
He's not trying to. He's not trying to
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah, we
Right.
could hear him if he talked.
If he says anything.
Yeah, well,
No,
you
he's
know,
wearing armor, and
Oh,
he
yeah,
hasn't
that's
taken
true.
the hide action.
That's true. You can hear him
It's just this
clanging around.
clinking, and this door and heavy footsteps.
Right. Cling,
And
cling.
so
cling,
far
Like
these
cling.
super
doors,
dusty.
and I say so far these doors on the sides are false doors.
Might as well open all of them.
Which doors do you go to?
All of the ones that aren't trapped.
Which would be?
I don't know. Did Kaz search for traps?
We also have the Black Viper. Like, is she not checking for traps and stuff?
No. She's just amazed she's in here. Where is she? Oh, there she is.
So we don't see anything on this floor other than the doors, right?
Right.
So is there any
Yes.
way up?
No. You see these 3 columns? Is it 3 or 4? The 3 columns are supporting a bridge of 60 feet over your head. And then
Man,
20 feet beyond
fly.
the bridge is the ceiling. So the chamber is
We
80
do have
feet tall.
we do have a way up to that bridge.
The
We have a
Dawn
couple of
Screamer.
people with
I can scoot
way
right up
to
there.
that bridge. And rope.
I can fly.
Right.
Just figured I'd point that out at this moment because I can fly.
Okay. Well, you got to tell me what you're going to do.
You want to take a look up on the top?
I mean, does me flying up there help anybody?
Explores the room.
I will fly up there and explore. My dawn
All right.
globe comes with me.
You got the wing boots.
Yep. I briefly hover up. My flying posture is absolutely one arm straight out towards the ceiling and one arm bent and placed on my hip. That is
Where
how you
are
fly.
you?
I'm wherever I
He's over
won't,
on the left, I think.
Okay,
won't
there you
hit
go.
the bridge. Yeah, I don't hit the bridge on the way up. Let's just put it that way.
So you fly straight up.
I've got a light on me.
And this is what you can see up there. Do you have dark vision?
No, I've got a light though.
You've got a light?
Mm-hmm.
So that's, what is it, 60 feet?
It's 60 feet.
Alright, let me see how far.
How about I scramble up
And
the side of
dim
the center
light.
column and I've got dark vision.
Dim light for an additional 60 feet. So it's like 120 total, but it's dim for the outer 60.
This is about what you can see when you fly up there.
Guys,
You
that
see-
bridge,
See the bridge? You can see where it's kind of broken right there. And then you see the
Yeah.
ceiling up above you.
okay. I mean, guys, this bridge doesn't look too stable. Let's just put it that way. So there are certain spots where I could probably loop something around it and you all could climb on up here. But we have to be pretty careful with where and how we do that.
What's it look like at the end of the bridge? Is it
Funny
going
thing,
anywhere?
I can't see the end of the bridge. I'm going to fly over there real quick like.
There you go.
I fly towards the end of the bridge. I'm doing my best fly around the room impression here, Scuzzer. One might say that he's flitting.
All right. Are you gonna fly north?
Oh, there's a door at one end of the bridge. Show me the other side of the bridge.
I did.
I don't know.
Now the right side just ends in blank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, the
Yeah,
right side. The right side. Oh, I didn't
assume
uncover enough of it. Hold on.
I'm trying to uncover everything. I fly to the best of my ability. I flit around as quickly as my walk speed will allow me to do so.
On the right
You
side,
can
there's a
even use your
door.
action to dash.
There's a door on the right side of the
Is
bridge.
it dash? Okay. Well, it's dash, and then north and south. Just uncover that whole thing. Don't be stingy.
All right, let me get it.
Okay, and then I come back down. Hey guys, I flew around up there. I saw everything.
Oh, there are 3 bridges.
Yeah, there's 3 bridges above you.
3 columns. Ah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
one
thought it was.
supported by each
I
column.
thought they were going the other way too. Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, that's what it looks like, guys. I'm
There's a
pretty
door. There are doors at the right end, the east side.
Yep,
No,
there's
they're
3
just
doors at the end of, on the right-hand side of those bridges. Ends at 3 doors.
The other side is just one big hall with a little dog leg off of it. Looks like
Right.
stairs.
Right. Stairs that lead down, presumably
that
down to
sounds
your
cool.
level.
Let's open up the top left doors.
How do you want to do that?
Either me or Sid can go back up and come down the stairs and see where they go to.
I'm not too comfortable splitting the party that much.
So which doors are you going to go to?
Top left.
Go ahead and move your tokens up there.
So we're all somehow getting up here?
No, you're back down on the lower level.
Mm-hmm.
And Vermeer wants to go through this door up here.
See if one is in fake.
Okay. So you
Strange
get to these
this one
doors
isn't.
and you're going to push on them?
Does it look like a push or a pull door?
Probably push.
Does,
There's no
does
handles.
it have a sign? Does it have a sign for gifted children on it?
Why? You hoping to put your axe into something?
Oh my God, Gary Larson, Far Side. It's like a classic cartoon. I guess I'm old, so sorry.
No, I gotcha.
Okay, so you're going to push this door open.
Yes.
And when you walk through the door, at the south end, this hall has the following features. At the south end of this chamber, expertly carved stairs climb 70 feet up. The north wall, as you go in, the north wall bears a 20-foot square fresco that depicts dwarves battling goblins.
What is Gothic's door open into?
Yes. Let us check.
Actually, let me just do it from here. That's the stairs. So as you coming in, let me see. Gothic is there.
I'm actually going to do a thing.
What's that?
I've got a thing that I can do. Do I not have it on my... Huh. Basically I can use like a... Where is it? Favored by the gods. If you fail a saving throw, you can roll 2d4 and add it to the total, possibly changing the outcome.
All right.
Can I do that?
Yep. Oh, I gotta push my button. Yeah, go ahead. 2d4.
Oof. Nope.
Still a fail. I'm trying to read what it says. So, Vermeer? Who else came in through the north area there?
Oscar and the Black Viper.
Vermeer, Oscar, and the Black Viper. You all three turn to look at this fresco, and you're mesmerized. And you're just staring at this beautiful fresco of this mighty dwarf battling goblins. And the nameplate on the bottom of the fresco says Jing Dong Macadang Dang in battle.
Oh my God.
Glorious Jing Dong Macadang Dang slaying goblins.
Beautiful.
And there's like one mighty dwarf and like 30 goblins, and he's just swinging a warhammer, just clobbering and crushing skulls.
Assume this is some kind of magical trap that forced me to turn and look at it.
Yep. You failed your saving throw.
All right. I wasn't heading that way.
You was within 30 feet.
Standing looking at the wall.
Yep, the Jing Dong.
Everybody else just looks at these guys standing there looking at the wall.
That doesn't look good.
So I'm a little concerned about our party. Perhaps we should distract them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm going to walk up and smack one on the back of the head.
Yes.
Not an attack, just a smack. I'm I'm going to smack Vamir in the back of the head.
So as Gothak approaches the group, you also start staring at the picture in amazement at Jing Dong Macadang Dang's glorious battle.
So I get within 30 feet of the picture. I've decided that the picture is the source of this problem.
So where are you going?
I don't look at the picture because I've decided that it is the source of the problem. I don't think that's going to save me though, but I'm stealing my nerves.
So where are you going?
I'm walking towards my party mates.
All the people with high wisdom are not there, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I get a +5 on my save.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get to where I can see it, but I'm pretty far away from it.
I
Move,
look
move your
over at
token.
that.
Which wall is it on?
It's on that north wall. They're facing
Okay,
north.
what's my distance to that wall?
Each square is 5 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You're right there, you're at 40
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, 30
All right, I
is
get closer. I get there. I get to 30.
All right, hold on.
It's 30 feet.
You
That's not
also
good.
start staring at the wall.
I just look
Hold
at that picture of Gene Dong Macadang Dang and go,
Cragor, you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're 35 feet. You don't seem to be affected.
I
You should
You're-
go
you're
up and
looking
smack
at your-
someone.
You're looking at everybody else, and they're just in awe of the amazing Jing Dong.
that is
The glorious Jing
Hey.
Dong Macadang Dang.
that's a picture of my great grandpappy.
And Maloon says, "Fool, don't go any closer."
Of course not. Do you know how to lasso? Somebody got some rope.
It's all within 30 feet.
I
I
think you
do
can
have
rope
rope.
somebody 10 feet
Meloon-
away. That should be about a yard.
Maloon says, "I've seen this before, my friends. That's a magic trap. They won't move, and they'll stay there until they die.
What, no additional saving throws?
We could pull
We're
them
hosed.
away, but they'll just try to go back. The only way to break this is if they snap out of it in 24 hours, or we destroy the painting. But if we destroy the painting, they will defend it. That's just how this works."
Well, I got this.
Yeah, you can repeat the saving throw in 24 hours.
I'm gonna throw guiding bolt on the Gene Dong Macadang.
Okay.
How do you want me to target it, or you just want me to roll damage?
Hold on. There is a token I can put in the combat tracker. No, put this in the combat tracker.
Uh-oh. Don't attack Jing Dong. He's my friend now.
Target the ethereal fresco. Oh, the enthralling fresco.
Goddamn fresco.
Super enthralling. I'm enthralled.
I don't see it in the
Oh, I
combat
got. Yeah, I gotta
tracker.
make it. There it is.
Ah,
I
there
just
it
put
is. There it is.
I just made it active. And
You
I
have
put the,
advantage on this attack
I
because
put the
you're
token on the map too. So
Then again, if you miss an entire wall, I don't know how I can help you.
it's how big is it? 30 foot. No, any creature within 30 feet. It's a 20-foot square fresco.
Well, that's a hit.
Okay, so that's a hit. Roll damage. That's an 18. And it says a creature can succeed on a saving throw. Destroying at least one 10-foot square section of fresco ends the effects for all creatures. Each 10-foot square section has AC 17 and 25 hit points. Okay, so let's roll for initiative now. Let me push that out.
I guess I'm not invisible anymore either.
No.
Correct.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, that.
We're
Huh.
going to roll for initiative because you got the opening salvo, which didn't destroy one of the 10-foot sections, and now they got to defend it. So I'll push the initiative. Hold on.
Hey, look at that roll.
Where's initiative? Disadvantage D4. Where's initiative? There it is. And I can delete the house guard. Delete the house guard. Delete the house guard.
The
Delete the
house card
guard.
descriptions really focus on their facial hair.
Beards, right?
Yeah, wow.
Was
Permed
it?
beard.
Yeah, it had a permed beard. One had an oily beard.
Right.
And then I got to roll NPC initiative.
I happen to have a gosh, I'm not leaving the house facial hair situation.
Okay, so
Krager's
hey,
up first.
look who's up first. You get another chance to destroy that 10-foot section before anybody gets an attack on you.
Let him have it.
The next two up are going to be defending it.
Yep.
Wait, the Black Viper's up there with you?
Yeah.
Black Viper's up next.
Hit.
That's a hit. You had 18 the first time, right? Oh yeah.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Dang,
Break.
I
You
wish I'd
destroyed
rolled that
10-foot
for an
square.
ability score.
And all 5 of them snap out of it.
Ah!
And the Black Viper says, "What the hell was that?"
You guys act like you've never seen a damn dwarf before.
Krago, you are no longer invisible, by the way.
Yeah, you can
That's
take that
all
off.
right.
I tell you what, I've never seen a dwarf like that before.
I got this other cool extension that I added. It puts a crown over whoever's token has initiative. You know how if you got a bunch of things and you're looking to see who's up on the map? Now it's a crown above them. Really nice. Alright, so let me delete the fresco. Good job with that.
Good grief. That was gonna go, like, unfortunately, potentially.
So Meloon says there's only one way to go.
Up.
Who's gonna lead?
Let's see. Maybe.
What about Sid, since he can fly?
What about
Yeah.
Oscar, since he has dark vision and he can
Or
sneak?
that. That's
That's
an
what
even
the
better
Black
idea.
Viper says. We should send the rogue first, and I'll take up the rear to watch their rear. Because I'm the Black Viper.
I'm hidden. I got my spider walk, so yeah, off I go.
It's a trap.
Alright, so I'm just going to move everybody to the upper level there. Oscar's going to be first. The Black Viper will be last. Everybody else can move your tokens in between. I'll move Meloon. I'll move Meloon. Alright.
So between us
Gothic.
coming up the stairs and Sid flying around, we now have scoped out this whole area. Right?
Did Gothic?
Yes.
Gothic, are you supposed to be up there, or are you supposed to be back with the group?
I was
Just
just
wanted to know.
taking point. I'm just taking point.
So you're going first
Oh.
there, huh? Hold on.
Well, we were gonna send Oscar first because of the sketchiness of the bridge,
Okie dokie then.
and then you go.
Maybe all of the light people go.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me describe this hallway. Um, this hallway is 20 foot high. It says 20-foot high hall has the following features. 3 pillars running the length of the hall are carved to resemble war hammers, with their square heads pressed against the floor. The west wall bears a cracked mosaic that depicts a dwarf smith at a forge, crafting dwarves out of black metal and diamond. In the south end of the wall, there's three archways in the east wall lead to crumbling bridges that span the entrance. So the archways are leading to the bridges. Span the entrance foyer and end in front of adamantine doors. And Kragar, where are you at? You can see the east wall and the pictures and all the warhammers and everything. You know that these are signs of Morden. This is the Hall of Morden.
This is holy ground.
And that's Jing Dong Macadang Dang in the pictures.
My great grandpap.
He's a dwarf smith, crafting dwarves out of black metal and diamond. The
Do you know what that
legendary
metal
Jing
is?
Dong Macadang Dang.
Every time you say that, I hear "I Told the Witch Doctor" playing in the background.
Well, these adamantite doors are worth their weight in a lot more than gold.
Adamantite.
Yeah.
They're
Jing-
worth their weight in giant turtles.
Hold on, I gotta take this call.
Does Krager know what the black metal is?
He's a forge priest. He knows what all metals are.
Right.
I can even make stuff.
I'm sleepy.
Yep.
Anybody
I'm
else
back.
sleepy?
Alright,
I don't know. The dawn will be here soon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 1:14. Do you guys want to
I was,
stop here
I
for
was
the night?
prepping to do night shift tonight, so I'm not sleepy, but that's no big deal.
It's up to you guys.
I've got drill this weekend, so I probably should call it.
We could stop here.
This is a good pause point.
Yeah, before you venture on any further, you got to the top of the stairs.
Yep. I think we need to have Kragor inspect the whole hall and decide if he has a preference for one of these 3 hallways to investigate. That'll take a while.
You are in the Vault of Dragons.
I mean, that's exciting.
And I think we're going to eventually have to get Kragor down to the other end to look at those other adamantine doors,
Yes.
see if they got any clues written on them. And we can do that. We can manage that.
Alright, so we will stop here. Save this. What is all this? How come there's a bunch of black vipers?
I just realized that I could put the Black Viper on the map as many times as I want to, and it's her superpower.
God damn it. See, now the Dawn Screamer is tired and full of scotch, and he's gone crazy.
Now I
Yeah,
gotta go
because
delete them all. How you putting
Clones
them on
showing
Which
there?
up all
one?
over the place.
Which one is the real Black Viper?
The one with
That
the
is
green
the
square.
Oh, damn it.
One's
you
the
put the
real
token
one.
on
The
there?
rest are mimics.
No, just from the token browser.
Guys, we just entered Attack of the Clones.
I have a suggestion though. Something just occurred to me. We have 3 doors. We have 3 keys to get in the front door. We might have to use one of each on these doors to get them up.
That's way too complex thought for right now. But I mean, you're probably not wrong.
But whatever, Krager will figure out when we get there. So there's probably something written on the doors.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. With that,
Maybe one will just make us stop and stare.
another fresco.
This time we'll be prepared. We'll tie a rope to them before we send them over.
Well, you see though, you could have pulled them away from the fresco, and but what would have happened as soon as they got the chance, they'd have run back downstairs to look at it some more. That's what the description said.
Heard that.
That's pretty wicked.
Let me read everything it said. It said the enthralling fresco, a detect magic spell, reveals an aura of enchantment magic on the fresco. Any creature within 30 feet of the fresco that can see it must succeed on DC 12 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by it for 24 hours. While charmed in this way, the creature can't willingly move out of sight of the fresco and defends it to its death, to their death. If forcibly moved away from the fresco, the creature tries to find its way back. The creature can't rest while under this effect. After 24 hours, the creature gains 1 level of exhaustion and can repeat the saving throw if it can still see the fresco, ending the effect on a success. A creature that succeeds on a saving throw is immune to the effect from the fresco for 24 hours. Destroying at least one 10-foot square section of the fresco ends the effect for all creatures. Each 10-foot square has an AC of 17, 25 hit points, and immunity to poison and psychic damage.
Oof.
That would suck if everybody failed a saving throw.
Not all
Yeah.
of us ran over there.
Well, thanks,
Right.
Krager. Yep. Thank you,
So-
Krager.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome. So, next time we have downtime, I'm going to pay the rogues whatever it costs to learn how to be stealth.
Ah,
Well, that wouldn't have helped us. Stealth wouldn't have helped that. They'd have just
I was
snuck
No,
out
already
no.
of-
stealthy.
Yeah, if they were within 30 feet, they got the saving throw.
I was already hidden and heading south. I still got turned around to it.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
'cause-
no. I'm thinking future. Future.
Okay.
Future.
Oh, in the dungeon?
Not, yeah. I want to pick up that stealth skill before I hit Gloomstalker.
What you really would like to learn then is, well, you already got dark vision. You're in good shape.
I'm in good shape.
good night, folks.
I like.
Not
Good
at
night.
all.
I played a one shot last week, and it was the first time I played a Ranger Gloomstalker, right? And they got that effect that if they're in dim light, they're invisible.
Yeah.
That is cool. If you're in a dungeon. And a hell of a lot more to your stealth.
Is the invisibility better than the stealth or just different?
Oh yeah, invisibility, they can't see you at all. I mean, you could be right next to an NPC and he couldn't see you because you're invisible.
It depends on the situation. I played games where the invisibility was certain creatures were immune to invisibility, so stealth was
Right.
better.
Certain creatures can see invisibility.
But they can't see stealth.
Yeah.
Not if it's hiding.
That works anywhere you're at. I mean, if you read the description, it's not just underground; it's also alleyways,
Oh yeah, dim light.
forest,
Anywhere there's
anywhere
dim
there's
light.
no.
In the forest at night, dim light, you're invisible. And even if somebody has dark vision, they can't see you in dim light.
I like that dread ambusher feature.
Oh, your first opening salvo, I was one-shotting bosses. I was like, holy crap, that's. But you only get it the first round.
Yeah, well,
It's dangerous.
I'm planning on
If you
being
don't succeed,
defensive,
probably dead.
What's that?
right?
It's dangerous because if you don't succeed, you're probably dead.
Oh yeah,
Or,
because you definitely get the attention, and it gives
well,
you the advantage on your. No, it gives you um, your modifier to your initiative roll. So you're usually
yeah.
one or first or second to go.
So I'm planning on taking defense. So it's gonna right now. I've got a AC of 21. I'll have an AC of 22 when I pick up that defensive.
And you know I couldn't wait to get into the vault to bring Jing Dong into this game, right?
Oh, that's freaking hilarious.
Nobody knows who Jing Dong is but you and Matt. We'll let Oscar know. He's still in here. Lambda Jing Dong Macadang Dang is the my character on the Saturday night game who went back in time to the ancient Waterdeep when Waterdeep was just a little village. He's a forge priest of Moradin.
All right, night, guys.
Night.
Good night.
Not
I'll be painting the living room tomorrow, so I'll be
Oh, that
looking
sounds
forward
like
to our
fun.
game tomorrow night. And
Yeah.
I'll be doing the first attempt at hosting Unity in the cloud, so we may have to work out some kinks.
So you know everybody has to have Unity to connect.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because right now my fantasy grounds, because I upgraded, it's dead. It won't let
That's
me reopen the campaign. I'll
that
double
makes
check real
sense.
quick.
Because Classic and Unity are two separate folders.
Well, it will. I just can't update it anymore. It throws an
You
error when I try to update.
you can't run the updater?
Not on the old version. It
Go
throws an error.
into you might have to not run it from the opening screen. You might have to go into the let me find the folder. Um,
Okay, yeah, it's still working. We're good.
you got it. You found the updater.
Well, I'll do that tomorrow, but the old version is working, so we're good.
Yeah, it's in the Fantasy Grounds folder. If you ever need it, it's Fantasy Grounds folder. Um, shit, I don't remember which one it is.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. It's all good.
Oh, up. No, that's an update log. I don't remember which one it is. It's in one of those damn folders. It's the updater.
Yep. I'll get it resolved tomorrow. Have a good evening, Bill.
All right, see you tomorrow.